It's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5. Hey, 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 it's Friday. It's my day, and I'm live at 5. All right, look, you guys, it is so exciting to be here with you. It is the final day of the week. It is Friday. It's my day. I claim it to be my day. Every Friday is my day. All right. And I'm so excited to be here with you. Look, this conversation that we're going to have today is knowledge and experience are two different things. So we started out the beginning of the week talking about not business as usual. Go ahead and put that in the chat. Not business as usual. And then on Wednesday, we talked about, well, do your habits align with your goals? Like, are you actually doing the things that's going to get you to where you say you want to be? That's a thing. But here it is for real today. Knowledge and experience are two different things. Put that in the chat. My name is Denise Merriweather. I am the CEO and founder of Queenpreneur's Jumpstart Program. It's the number one training environment for women in the world who want to build a business, not just built on getting profits and money, but actually principles and things that would make you proud and purpose and all those things that God has in store for you. So listen, Linda, where is Linda? Where is Linda? Where is Linda? LaShawn, hey. Hey, where my red dress? I want my red dress. Look, I want you guys to go ahead, get your pen and paper. We're going to just have a brief conversation about knowledge and experience being two different things. So let's talk about this. So when I say that knowledge and experience are two different things, let me just give you the definition. Number one, knowledge, here's knowledge. Facts, information, and skills acquired by a person through experience or education. See, it's the theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. And then experience is the practical contact with and observation of facts or an event. Do you get that? So listen, when you talk about knowledge, thank you, Sissy. I see my dress. I'm excited. Thank you. Thank you for my dress. I was looking for it. Sherilyn, thank you for being in this space. And if you are listening, you're out there, you're about to get these nuggets. Number one, I want you to share. Like all these videos and things that we've been doing. If you haven't been sharing, I want you to get into the habit of sharing. Sharing is caring, and you want people to grow. You don't want to grow alone, right? If you grow, take your community with you, because the last thing you want to do is grow without your friends and your family, because then the next thing you know, you'll be growing apart because they ain't going to be familiar with what you're familiar with. And it's hard to stay in a box that you no longer can fit in. Put that in the chat. It's hard to stay in a box that I can no longer fit in. So that means don't outgrow your box and don't allow people to grow with you. So, okay, enough of that. Knowledge and experience are two different things. So here's what I want to have a conversation with you about. If you study a particular subject for, let's say, 12 years, and you have no experience in it, would you consider yourself having or being an expert since you have studied for over 10,000 hours? I mean, can you say that you actually know how to do whatever it is that you've been studying? I would definitely have to say no. There's no practical way. I can read hundreds of books on becoming a surgeon, a brain surgeon. But does it make me a surgeon because I can actually have what, 12 plus years of studying being a surgeon? No, I'm not actually equipped or have the experience of being a surgeon or an expert of anything unless I'm actually practicing it. So why is it that we feel like we can read something, we can study something, and we are supposed to be an expert in doing a particular thing? That's coaching, that's teaching, that's singing, that's dancing, like all these things that we get frustrated about when we're not able to see the results that we want to see because we have been reading about it, studying about it. Oh, this is one that we really like. Talking about it. Yeah, y'all be doing a whole lot of talking. Put it in the chat, stop talking. Put it in the chat, stop talking. Because y'all think if you stay in conversation about a thing, it's actually building you up and you're gaining this massive amount of knowledge that equates to having the experience that makes you an expert. And what I'm saying is knowledge and experience are two different things. Put it in the chat. Knowledge and experience are two different things. So while you are staying on the bleachers, in the stands, because that's what knowledge is. If you're doing a whole bunch of reading and studying, going to school, okay, look, myself early in this entrepreneurship journey that I did a lot of conferences and I stayed in a lot of trainings and I stayed in conversation with a lot of movers and shakers. But you know what? That didn't help me get coaching experience. You know, the only way that I got coaching experience is when I actually got people and started coaching them, right? And I'm saying sometimes you start doing it for free or pro bono or whatever, right? Because you want to get the experience. People don't want you playing with their life and you don't know what you're doing. But in order for you to learn to know what to do and to be in real conversations where you have a listening for someone, a stand for someone to hear what it is that they have or they want to create, but you don't know how to pull it out of them or to show it to them because you don't have enough experience, put it in the chat. It ain't in the knowledge. It ain't in the knowledge. And I've been saying that in so many different ways, so many different aspects that knowledge is not experience. I want you to get it. It doesn't mean I don't want you to read. Leaders read. Put it in the chat. Leaders read. Put it in the chat. Leaders read. I want you to read. I want you to get books in. I don't care how you get them. If you read them audibly or if you listen to them audibly, whatever it is, I want you to get the books in. That's your knowledge. But as you are getting and gaining the knowledge, what you should be doing is doing these three things. Number one, when you're gaining your knowledge, I want you to write stuff down. Put it in the chat. Take notes, write it down. Because here's what you need to be doing with the information that you're writing down. You need to see how it aligns with your what it is that you are trying to do, your belief systems. Can you say yes or no? Do you agree or you don't agree? Because this is again is what's going to determine whether or not you're going to take any actions on it, right? And we come into that because you already know that's where performance is. Performance is in the action, right? And it's not in the thinking, it's not in the knowledge, it's not in the studying, it's not in the reading. Those are great things. Like informative learning is a great thing, and we want it, right? Leaders read. Okay, number one. Number one is, are you writing it down? So every time that you come here into this space and spend time with me or any other thought leader, when we are talking throughout the week, right? Normally all my topics kind of string together if you've noticed it, right? It all kind of goes in alignment, right? Not business as usual is what we started out this week. Then on Wednesday we talked about do your habits align with your goals? Like, are you actually taking the actions? Because you keep talking about this thing, but in order for you to get the performance that you want, you can't operate as business as usual, and you have to make sure that your habits align with the goals that you have. And today, I want you to get that no matter how much you talk about it, you learn about it, you study about it, you read about it, it ain't gonna help you get this experience that's required for you to be able to become an expert or to see the results that you want. Do you get what I'm cooking? Do you smell what I'm cooking? All right, so listen. The first thing that I want you to do when you're gaining all this knowledge to help you move forward into the realm of experience and performance, I want you to get that you need to write stuff down. Right, put it in the chat. Number one is write stuff down. And that's why y'all need to be taking these notes in the chat because when you write things down, it helps you remember what it is that you're reading, you're studying, or you're looking at. Right? Okay. So after you write it down and you evaluate it, I want you to say, evaluate what I wrote down, right? Measure it against, again, your belief system. I want you to evaluate the information. That means I want you to try it on. I've been in some coaching sessions recently around my health and well-being. And my coach last night, I even called my sister afterwards and I was like, you got to help me because I got to look in this area. My coach is on me about this health and well-being. And when I was talking to my coach, he was telling me that, Denise, in this area, there's some payoff for you on why you haven't conquered or overcome this weight thing, this health situation. Why does it keep popping up in your life? Why is it something that you have to continuously work towards? He was like, it's a payoff for you. And I don't know what it is, but you got to take a look and see what you can find. And I was just like, okay, I need to take a look here and see. Right. Number two is evaluate. Number two is evaluate the information that's coming in. So when he was coaching me, I was just like, all right, I need to evaluate what it is that he's talking to me about because it has to be something here. Because here's the question that he asked me. He said, Deneen, is there an area of your life that you have a lot of success in? I was like, oh yeah, I got one. He asked me a couple of them. He said, Deneen, relationships. I said, oh no, I wouldn't say I got a lot of sex in that. No, not that. He said, what about money? I said, nope, 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 nope. I'm not making the money that I want right now. So no, I'm gonna say no. And then he said, okay, well then tell me, what area of life do you feel like you're super successful in. I said, oh, when it comes to planning an event or organization, anything like that, I got it. He said, okay. I said, people, he said, who are you being in that situation? I said, oh, when I'm planning people events, I'm focused, I'm determined, no matter how long it takes, no matter what efforts it takes, I'm on it, I'm doing it. And he said, okay, great. Tell me then, who are you being? And I said, I got it. Committed, relentless, unstoppable. And he said, all right. So what if you was relentless, unstoppable in that area of your health and wellness? I was like, yeah, I wouldn't be having this issue. He was like, right. But for some reason, you won't show up in that area that way. I need you to take a look, evaluate it, and see. Because it ain't the knowledge. You know what it takes to do it. You've done it many times before. But there must be some type of payoff for you on why you're not kicking in this unstoppable, this relentlessness, and all these other things that you bring to event planning. Do y'all get and smell what I'm cooking? See, this is why the knowledge don't make a difference. It don't make a difference. And then number three, training. All this knowledge that you get, are you gonna practice? Are you gonna train with it? Are you gonna lift the weights? Are you gonna put it out there in the world? Are you gonna let people see what it is that you've been working on all this time? Or are you gonna keep it a secret? Because see, when you keep it a secret, that means you don't want to be held accountable for the knowledge that you're learning. You just sucking it all up to say that you got knowledge. But I'm telling you, it ain't real until you can have an experience with it, that you can come in contact with it, and people can actually see the results that you got from actually using the information that you've collected. Do you get that? Training. That's right. Lift the weights. Put it out there. Get it in the world. Exercise the knowledge. Put it to work. Let's see what it brings back for you. Let's see what it brings back to you. Let's see if it produce the things that has been produced for other people. Have you come up with a system or a strategy that will work, that you can actually see and other people can see your outcomes? Because again, if it's just something, some knowledge that you're talking about and that you've been listening to and that you've been reading about, but you have nothing that has appeared in your life that you can see, that you can touch, that's now tangible from the intangible, then it's just a whole bunch of information. It's just a good word, y'all. It's just a good word. Put it in the chat. It's just a good word. It's just a good lesson. It's just a good read. It's just a good conversation. But again, if you're not transforming anything, you're not producing anything, and nobody can see anything, it's just a good word. And that's the same thing on Sunday mornings. I say that all the time too. A good word is just a good word, but the word applied is where it's at. Put it in the chat. The word applied, the knowledge applied is where it's at. And if you are getting a whole bunch of information continuously and you reading everything, you learning everything, and you training and doing all this stuff and going to these conferences, but you're not implementing nothing, you ain't putting nothing to work, you're not evaluating, and you ain't writing stuff down, stop going because you're wasting your money. And here's the thing too, as we have been doing these 12 days of Christmas, we had so many amazing people come by. I cannot thank the speakers and the teachers enough. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to this community, to the gifts that you're giving away, to all the things. The final conversation I'm going to have tonight is with my husband, and you don't want to miss it, right? It's all about pulling the lever. Put that in the chat. Pull the lever. Pull the lever, right? So he's going to be teaching on that. And I want you to say this. I want you to say to you this. If you have been coming for the 12 days of Christmas, and some of you guys have not missed a day, like some of you guys have been there each and every night. Either you were on the platform or you came and you listened to someone on the platform. If you've been gaining all this information and writing this stuff down, my question is, have you decided what you're going to implement? Because this could cause overwhelm if you continue to collect a lot of knowledge and information. It's like too much of a good thing is bad. Put that in the chat. Too much of a good thing is bad. Too much of a good thing is bad. Because here's the thing, what happens when you get a whole bunch of knowledge is overwhelmed. You feel like, oh my God, there's so much great information. I just don't know where to start. I just don't know what to do. Oh, here we go. What world is that? That's the confusion. We've been talking about that too. I talked about that last night during the nightcap. Like, stop with the I'm confused. I'm not confused. Put it in the chat. I'm not confused. Put it in the chat. I'm not confused. So while you are collecting all this information, I want you to, number one, be mindful of the information that's actually going to help you towards the goals that you have. Because you got to get that there has to be an elevation in what it is that you're doing in order for you to see a change or transformation in your performance. It cannot be business as usual. You cannot be listening to a whole bunch of things that is not affecting your habits in order for you to reach your goals. And you cannot just be an information junkie collecting a whole bunch of stuff and not putting those things into practice so you can actually have experience so it can make a difference in your life. Do you have that? I hope you do. So look, it's Friday. We got one more day of Christmas coming up tonight. The link will be dropping. Check your email later on this evening for you to sign up for my opportunity to be and do the introduction to the Landmark Forum, December the 30th, the 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. and 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. All right? Y'all have that? Okay. All right. So look, I'll see you guys tonight. I'll see you guys during the final 12 days of Christmas. You don't want to miss it. John Merriweather, minister of Southside everywhere. And we're going to be in conversation about pulling the lever. All right? Always looking forward to serving you. It's Friday. It's my day. I'm live at 5. Knowledge and experience are two different things. Get the lesson and put it into action. I'm live at 5. See you tonight. I'm live.